This series is... It lied to me. It straight up lied to me. Like, I started this series thinking it was just going to be a musical anime with some romance, maybe a slight harem. I didn't expect tragedy. Just tragedy. Like, the tags on the fucking series, when I remember looking at it, didn't have tragedy on it. This series lies to me. It lied to me. One episode left. One more episode left, and it's done. That's it. Just next week, final episode. It's the finale. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I mean, the manga is done. I've been told the manga is done, and the anime is going to adapt the manga's ending. Now, I don't know necessarily what really happens. I've just heard it ends. Thank God no Chibi has spoiled me. But I don't know how to take this episode, like, straight up. Because the ending, man, it's sad the way it sets it up. It's exactly what I talked about, like, 7, 9 episodes ago. Like, I remember I made, like, a giant Fury video. Like, I did a Fury video on Shigatsu, and I talked about what was the perfect way to finally finalize Kosei's character development. Like, what would be the final nail on his character that would, you know, make his character development come full circle to where he has that final development? Like, what would be the best way to go about that? And I remember my entire theory. I don't remember all the things I said, but I remember I said, like, the best way for Kosei to probably develop as a character might be because he can move past someone probably dying around him. For instance, you know, Kardi dying. I mean, for him to take the step forward, you know, moving by himself, it would be a really good way to have his character develop and have a finalized development on him. And I remember I theorized out many weeks back, like months ago, actually. It's probably 2 months ago. And I don't know how to take it, because with this episode, I'm already starting to see signs of the things I was talking about a long time ago, like, you know, how his character is starting to move past his old self and how he has developed thus far. Like, the main ending segment of this episode was to showcase how much Artima has changed since the beginning. Like, as we know, we saw this boy in the past in a flashback, and he was, like, pained by the death of his mother. He felt the weight of his mother's death on top of his shoulders, on his back. And he went to play the piano. And in the act of him playing the piano, all this weight that's been on him just collapsed on him. And he cried in front of the entire audience when he was a kid. And it caused him to go into a slump to where he stopped playing for so many years. And that was exactly what happened at the end of this episode. Straight up. There was an actual scene that was referencing the beginning of the series. When you see Kosei put his hands like this, and he's covering his face, and you saw everybody talking in the audience, like, you know, whoa, is he letting the pressure get to him? And they're all talking about that. That scene right there was to showcase the development Arima has went through since the beginning. And when you see that, it makes you happy to see Kosei's able to move on his own and push himself on his own and still be able to play the piano no matter what. Through thick or thin, he can still play the piano. And that just shows you some great development. But this leads into the other factor. This doesn't hold true to what most likely might even happen to Kardi. We don't know what might happen, because right now Kosei is playing because he has this hope, the shining light that Kardi is going to be fine. She will be fine, she will get through this surgery, and everything will be a-okay. And we don't know how it's going to end up. I mean, when it comes to shonen or shoujo series or anything like this, usually characters that have so many death flags don't usually die. They don't end up dying. They really don't. They never really end up dying. There usually is like some form of cliche to where they're survived or they're fine, which I am fine with that. If Kardi survived, I'm completely fine with that. But I don't know. With the circumstances, the way it's been built up, I don't know how I would feel about either direction the series might take. I mean, if Kardi was to die, okay, we have to wonder what would happen. What would truly happen to Kosei as a, you know, as a piano player? I mean, what would he do? What direction would he choose with his character? Would he continue to play? Would he choose another path, or will he go down another slump like he did with his mother? We have to wonder that right now. And on top of that, too, there's just so many other things that we need to wonder about, like, you know, what most likely is going to happen to everything else. Like, what is going to be Kosei's decision if Kardi does live? Like, what direction is he going to take? I mean, there's just so many things you have to wonder. I mean, if Cordy was to live, it would be it'd be a happy-go-lucky ending, it would be sweet, but is that the type of ending this series deserves? Because really, we don't 100% know what Cordy has as a disease. We have no idea. We just know she's getting operated on, she's having like some form of test surgery to get rid of whatever she has. And we don't really know. You can take pop shots of what type of disease you think Cordy has. I've already taken pop shots myself, and a couple Chibits have too. And so, I don't know what to say. I mean, the series could go either way with the way this ending is set up. I mean, she's being operated on, the episode ends, and we're on the final. We'll find out next week on the final episode of Shigatsu. Will Cordy live, or will she die? If, the past tells us anything, though, usually she won't die. Like, straight up, if the past anime that we have seen through our journey, if you've watched a lot of anime or read a lot of manga, if our past tells us anything when it comes to entertainment, I highly doubt she will die. But, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the mangaka writes. I'm just looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. I don't feel like my body is ready for next week. I'm probably not ready for next week. I'm probably going to cry my eyes out, depending, it doesn't matter what. Even if she survives or dies, I'm going to cry either way. I'm going to straight up just cry either way, because it's probably going to have emotions, sadness, tears. The music's probably going to be fucking epic, and I'm just going to be sitting there, with my eyes like this, crying my eyeballs out. So, yeah. Now, before anyone asks, yes, I will be doing a live reaction of the finale. I will be doing one for next week, because it is the finale. I know a lot of you have been asking me to do a live reaction of the finale, and to celebrate such a wonderful series, one of the series that's actually retained great quality through the episodes from the very beginning, definitely deserves a finale live reaction. So yes, I will be giving a live reaction to the finale of Shigatsu next week when the final episode comes out. We'll have to see how it goes. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.